Vakala How about Shema Mashiach? One like y'all was shout out to the Most High for leading us to another Wednesday Night Warriors class. All right, I want to give a mighty shalom to all the elect elders out here that's been pushing the truth for decades, motivating me to keep pushing this truth, not to be faint-hearted in this truth. All right, and to go hard for the Most High God, man. All right, I want to give a mighty shalom to the Battle Axe captains. We got Captain Jerubbaal. All right, Captain Benaniyah, Captain Yard, shalom, captains. All right, I want to give a shalom to Officer Yaakov down there in Battle Axe Memphis doing his thing. Got brother Jonathan and brother Ray up there in Battle Axe Minnesota. All right, up there pushing the truth. All right, all my brothers and sisters. We got brother KJV out there somewhere driving the trucks. Brother, be safe out there. All right, I want to give a shalom to all the Battle Axes, all the mighty soldiers in the Battle Axes, all the sisters, man. I want to give a shout out to all the leaders of all congregations all over the world, all over Israel, all right, all over Babylon, man, all camps, man. I want to give a mighty shalom, man, and I just want to motivate y'all brothers to keep pushing this truth, all right, because the Lord say that we all are truly one body, man. So, hey, I just want to give all praises to the Most High just for waking me up to this truth, man, all right, and allowing me to be with the Battle Axes, man. All right, shalom to all camps, man. All right, shalom, Soldier Ezra. Shalom, man. Shalom to all the brothers and sisters that's tuning in may tune in. All right. The name of this class is Parables and Symbols and Similitudes. So it's like it. Similitudes and parables and similitudes, whichever way that you want to put it. All right. The thing about it is similitudes. And you learning to read parables and similitudes are very important to getting understanding of the Bible, man. Shalom, brother JT Pipe Walker, all right? Shalom, brother. All right. But understanding parables and similitudes are very important to understanding the Bible, man. All right. I know a lot of brothers and sisters, especially when you're reading in the Old Testament, you're reading in the Tanakh, you're reading Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. All right, and not just that, even in the New Testament, there's a multitude of parables. You know, Christ speak parables. Paul spoke parables, man. All right, and even similitudes and use similitudes, man. So today it's gonna be it's kind of a milk class. All right, I want to encourage our brothers to take notes, man, because these precepts that I'm going to give y'all are going to help you to understand the Bible and give you deeper meaning on some of these prophets when they're speaking, man. All right. You know, when they're talking about mountains and trees and water. All right. When it talks about the breath of God. All right. When it talks about, you know, these different things, man. Shalom, brother Moses. Shalom, Mike. All right. So, yeah, I want to encourage you, brothers and sisters, to write these precepts down because they will help you in the long run in understanding the scriptures. All right, so let's get the opening precept, man. Opening precept is going to be Matthew chapter 13 and verse 9. This is our Lord Hamashiach Yahushua, man. Shalom, Judah King. Shalom, Glenn. All right, shalom. All right, so this is our opening precept. Shalom, Sister Genesis. Shalom. All right. Yeah, y'all brothers and sisters, write these precepts down. All right, Matthew chapter 13, and we're gonna start at verse 9. All right, this is Christ, okay? And it reads, I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, and this is right after the Lord got through speaking the similitude of the sower and the seed. Okay, so this is a two-part class. This is part one. All right. Part one, we're going to take it kind of light, and then next Wednesday, we're going to do part two of this class, and we're going to break down some of these parables, all right? But chapter 13 is going over the sower and the seed. So after Christ spoke this parable, verse 10, it says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? So the disciples like, Lord, why are you talking in code? Lord, every time you get out in public, you speaking in code word, all right? Shalom, brother Jose. Shalom, all right? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given, man. So the reason why the Lord and the reason why the Bible is in parables, encoded, and it's encoded, man, because it's not for the heathen, man. The Lord just really unlocked this book and just gave us the understanding back, man. All right, this book is deeply encoded, man. All right, so the reason why the book is full, and man, the Lord is beautiful in everything that He do, man. I mean, it's when you read the scriptures, it's like poetry, man. And we're gonna get into that, man. All right. So this Bible is meant for us. So everything in it is in code word. Just like when we rap, y'all know how Negroes like we rap, man. We the best at songwriting, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. But when we rap in similitudes. You know, some of the great rappers like Lil Wayne, you know, just being worldly, but you know how brothers and sisters use all these similitudes, man. All right, for different things, and white people, they don't understand what the hell we talking about. They just not catching up to understanding rap, to really understanding it and understand what the hell we talking about. All right, just like y'all heard, back in the 70s, they used to speak jive. Like they used to talk that jive talk. And so it's just that's just part of our culture, man. This part of our culture. So let's get back into it though. All right, Matthew chapter 13 and verse 11. I'll start at 10. It says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath to himself shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath. All right, verse 13, it says, therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not seeing, and hearing not hear, neither do they understand. See, that's going into the carnal mind, man, because the carnal mind don't see the spiritual things of God, man. All right, it says to them because they see and see not. Like they can see and be looking at you, or they can hear and be hearing you say what you're saying, but they don't hear or they don't see what you're actually saying, man. In the spirit, that's what this going into. All right, Shalom, Sister Adaya. Sister Adaya, how that laptop working, sis? All right, Shalom, brother Dexter. Shalom, Sister Danielle Yisrael. Shalom. All right, verse 14, it says, and them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which said, by hearing, and you find this in Isaiah, chapter 6 and verse 9. All right, this is a precept for Matthew 13 and 14. It says, and in them it is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which said, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing you should see but not perceive. So that's why Christians don't understand what the Israelites are talking about when we're breaking this Bible down. That's why Christians, when they reading Paul's letters, they lost in the sauce, man. They don't know what's going on, man. All right, because first of all, they don't know the law, and then they don't understand that this book is written in dark, deep parables, man. The Christians don't understand that, man. All right, Christians are simple as hell, man, when it comes to these scriptures. Shalom, Sister Mary Houston, House of Daniel. Shalom, sis. All right, I'm gonna keep reading. It says, 15 again. For this people heart, it says, for this people heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and our hearts are waxed gross because of the ways and the ways and the philosophies of this world, man. We've been indoctrinated by this white man, so we can clearly read the Bible, all right, but we're thinking carnally minded. We're not thinking in the spirit, all right. King, Queen, Shalom. All right, that's what they call it, an oxymoron. I don't understand the Queen King, but I guess what you say, sis. It says it's working amazing. Thank you. I'm just in New York now. All right, probably praise the Most High, sis. Adele, you be safe down there. All right, King, Queen is an oxymoron. I mean, I don't know what's going on. All right, is that a sister or a brother? All right, but anyways, let me get back to it. It says, for this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, man. And they close their eyes out to the ways of the Most High. They close their eyes out to the law because they want to keep the commandments. Because ultimately, how you get understanding in the deep, dark parables is keeping the commandments of the Most High God. In fact, let's go to get that Psalm chapter 111 and verse 10 real quick, because I got precepts I got to bring out. That's why this is a two-part class, man. And I'm going to teach y'all how to read parables and similitudes in parables, man. All right. This class, we're going to basically just deal with the similitudes. Next class, we're going to go deeper into the parables. This is Psalms 111 and verse 10. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, a good understanding. It says a good understanding. If you want to understand the Most High God, or if you want to understand the scriptures, All right, a good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His commandments endure forever, man. All right, so we have to do the commandments, man. If you want to understand these parables and these deep dark secrets of this Bible, I mean, and it's amazing. Sometimes when I'm reading the Bible and I see something, I'm like, damn, I wonder if my captain see that. So and it's rare when it's happening, you know. And I go as a Cap, hey Cap, what do y'all get out of that? Show me what y'all get, and then they'll tell me what they got out of it, and then I tell them what I see in it. You know what I'm saying? So man, this book is double fold, man. It's twofold, man. All right, we gonna get it. Verse 15 again, Salaki, y'all. I'm long-winded. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have they closed, lest any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears and should understand with their heart. You see that? It says and understand with their heart, man. You have to understand in the spirit, man. All right, you have to be in the spirit when you reading these scriptures, man, to get understanding. You have to be keeping the commandments, man. All right, you're not just listening with your carnal ears and you're seeing with your carnal eyes, man. You're using your spiritual eyes and your spiritual ears. All right, and hear with their ears and should understand with their heart and should be converted, and I should heal them. So you're healed once you start getting a true understanding of these scriptures. That's when you become healed. That's when you start to change. That's when you start to keep the commandments. All right. I mean, these scriptures literally change your life, man. All right, when you in the spirit and when you're not in damn Christianity, man. It's like, y'all, let me drink this water real quick. Had cotton mouth, Salakia. Had to get that in. I ain't want to drink that whole bottle. I would have killed that whole bottle right there. All right, but that's ungentlemanlike to do that on camera. But anyways, let me see what you got. Queen, okay, so King, Queen, you a sister. All right, Shalom, Sister Heaven Hound, Shalom. Shout out to the Battle Axes from Florida. All right, I'll praise King, Queen. All right, then King. Which God you talking about? I'm talking about the God of Danny T. I'm talking about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. The God of this Bible, man. All right, not that white man that we've been showed and been brainwashed all our lives, man. This Bible belongs to the Israelites. All right, I tell you down there and bend you up. That's right, Sister Danielle. All right, that's commandments changed my life. All praises enough, Israel. All right, man, these commandments change your life. So even Danny T, this is a good lesson for you, man. This is a good lesson for you because it's going to show you who your God is if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American. So I'm going to motivate you to write these precepts down because there's a lot about this Bible, Danny T, that you have no idea, man. And it's going to blow your mind, man, when you've been having this Bible all your life and it has all these deep things that you've been reading but not understanding. Shalom, brother Jonathan. Shalom. I had got your message. Text me. I just ain't had time to get back to you just yet, right? But I got you. All right. So let's get into it, man. So Christ was just explaining why he talked to the people when he was in public. He spoke in parables, and then you have to understand. And then when he was with his disciples, he spoke plain to them. All right, because you have to understand we were under Roman captivity at that time, man. This was a so-called Negro standing up, teaching that the kingdom, that the Israelites, that the so-called black man is going to get the kingdom back. We're going to rule over the so-called Romans, man. All right, so we have to be wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove, man. You have to be wise in the truth. That's why Christ spoke in similitudes, man. All right, that's why Paul spoke in so many deep, dark similitudes. It got Christians bugged the hell out, man. All right, shalom, brother Elijah. Shalom, shalom. All right, I meant so many other gods and beliefs. Could you be wrong? Now I can't be wrong, Danny T. All right, I ain't trying to change the subject, Danny T, but I got to get to the class, but I don't mind answering some of these questions. And you know how I know that I'm not wrong, okay? And this Holy Bible is right. This is the only Bible this is the only book. First of all, this is the most popular book in the whole world. The top selling book of all books on this earth, okay? And do you know why, Danny T? Because it tells you the present, past, and the future, and everything comes to pass in this book. In fact, our whole everything that happened to so-called Blacks, Hispanics is in this book. All right, including how we got kicked out of our land, how we was transported to West Africa and brought over here on slave ships in chains, and then sold to our enemies, then putting them down cotton fields. All this is in the Bible. So that's how I know that this book is a true book, and that's how I know that this God is my God, Danny T. All right. Shalom, Sister Deborah. Shalom down there in H-Town. Shalom. All right. So let's get back to it, man. All right. Let's get back to it. Let's get the next precept. Hosea chapter 12 and verse 10, man. Hosea chapter 12 and verse 10. Yeah, we got Abraham up in here. We got Ezra, we got Officer, we got Cole. Hey, y'all can help Danny T to help understand. Like while I'm doing class, hey, if I see questions, I'm going to try to answer questions that I see. All right, but at the same time, I'm doing class at the same time. So I'm going to try to do both. I'm trying to balance it. But we got soldiers and officers in here also, Danny T, or any other brothers and sisters that got questions. All right. But if I see you and if I got time, I'll go ahead and answer real quick. All right. Let's get Hosea chapter 12 and verse 10 real quick. So Hosea 12 and 10, man. All right. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 12 and verse number 10. It reads, I have also spoken by prophets and I have multiplied visions. So the Lord used visions to speak to us, man. All right. And used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets, man. So the Lord always used similitudes, man. Okay, the Lord used similitudes, man. All right, in getting understanding of the scriptures, man. So some things that you're reading in the Bible is not just straight up. All right, but let's keep going. Let's get Sirach chapter 39 and verse 23. I'm just gonna hit y'all with a few precepts. Y'all can write these down too, just to show your people you got kinfolk. Like, nah, and once y'all get learned, y'all like, damn, trees are talking about men. Damn, water is talking about understanding and doctrine. Water is also talking about people too. All right. And so on and so on. And you can prove these things with these precepts. Let's get Sirach chapter 39 real quick. Sirach chapter 39. And we're going to start at verse 23. It says, and he have turned the waters into saltness. All right. Hold on. Is that the right one? Sirach chapter 39 and 2. Salaki. Sirach chapter 39 and 2. And it reads, he would keep the sayings of the renowned men. And when subtile parables are, he will be there also. Wherever there are subtile parables, that's what the Most High is, man. And this book is full of parables, man. Like you can read a story through and like, oh, that's a beautiful Bible story. That story has so much deeper meaning than what y'all can perceive when you're not in the spirit. Okay? Not in the spirit. Let me start at verse 1. It says, but he had given his mind to the law of the Most High. So you have to get, in order to understand this book first and understand the deep, dark parables, similitudes, and these puzzles that the Lord have hidden in these scriptures, you have to have your mind meditating on the law. You have to be keeping the commandments, man. All right. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies, man. And these prophecies, when you're reading it, and we're going to get some of these prophecies, y'all brothers and sisters, especially y'all new brothers and sisters as Christians, y'all hang in there, because I'm going to show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. Because y'all read some of this Bible, you're like, what the hell is Isaiah talking about? So I'm going to show you what the prophets are talking about. Verse 2, he will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtile parables are, he will be there also. All right, verse 3, he will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables. You see this? All right. There's hidden and dark secrets, all right? All right, and conversing in dark parables, man. All right, so this Bible holds a lot of secrets. You reading a book like Job, man, you have to be in the spirit to read Job, man. People just think, oh, yeah, he got sick and, his kids died and this and that. No, it's damn prophecies in Job, man. Okay? It's damn this Bible deep, man. I did this class a while back, but it's about time to bring it back out. Let's get Psalms, y'all. We're going to kind of roll through these precepts. All right. I'm trying not to make this class long at all, man. I'm going to keep it simple. All right. So let's get Psalms chapter 78. All right. And we're going to start at verse 1. It's Psalms chapter 78. And we're going to start at verse 1. And we're going to read through 7. All right. Psalms chapter 78, verse 1. It says, give ear, O my people, to my law. You see how it always start off with the law? All right, that's Psalms 111 to 10. Hey, to get an understanding of the Bible, keep the commandments, man. All right, it says, give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old. So it wasn't just Christ, didn't just the only one that was doing parables. All right. All the prophets, man. All right. All the prophets from Genesis all the way to Revelations spoke in similitudes and parables, man, because it wasn't for everybody to understand this. It's for the so-called black man to understand, man. Y'all know we a hip hop type people, man. All right, so-called blacks and Hispanics, man, and Native Americans. All right. It says, I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. So these stories and these breakdowns, see, we lost connection. All right, man, we lost our heritage, man. When you read Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 4. All right, we lost our heritage, so we didn't have our mamas to teach us this, and our daddies and our fathers to teach us this Bible properly and to properly break down these parables. We got Esau trying to rule over us, painting everybody in the Bible white like it wasn't us, man. All right, and taught us a bunch of lies, man. But hey, the prophets are back on the corners now, man. All right, and we here to teach y'all, man. It says, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We would not hide them from our children, man. We're not gonna hide these deep, dark sentences from our children. All right, showing to generation to come the praises of the Lord and his strength and his wonderful works that he have done, man. For he established a testimony in Jacob. See, just what Christ said. Christ said it's not for them. This is for the Israelites. So when I'm out there talking, it's white people out there, it's Chinese people out there, but it's a multitude of my people and they all listen. But I'm speaking in a way where these heathen don't understand what I'm saying, man. That's what this Bible is all about. These heathen don't understand. But y'all have to understand it because, hey, man, we Israelites, man. All right? You know, we got that slang, man. All right? It says, for he established his testimony in Jacob, all right, which is Israel, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children, man. All right. So y'all teach these things to y'all children. It says that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in God and not forget the works of God, but to keep his commandments, man. So I'm telling y'all, keeping the commandments. Who was that? That brother T. What's your name, brother? Brother Danny T. If you still in here, y'all brothers that's just now coming into this truth. Hey, man, first off, keep the commandments. Keep the commandments and then start reading the Bible. Or you kind of do them at the same time. Learn the commandments first, man. Just learn a few commandments and start diligently keeping them, man. All right, let's get the next precept, though. All right, so the first precept or similitude that we're going to deal with is sheep. Because a lot of times when the Lord is talking about lamb and sheep, it's talking about an Israelite, okay? A lot of times, I'm telling you, you might be reading a story in 1 Samuel, and Samuel and David is out in the field, herding sheep, all right? It's so much in that just on his own, man. Because, that King David is a representation of Christ, first of all. And then sheep are a representation of Israel, and we're finna get that. Y'all write these down. This is similitude for sheep and who the sheep are. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 17. Let's go. Shalom, Sister Tab. Shalom. All right, let's get sheep. Jeremiah chapter 50, man. Salakia. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse. You want to start at 17? There's two of them right there. All right. Jeremiah chapter 50. In verse number 17, it says Israel is a scattered sheep, man. Even when you read James chapter 1:1, James said to the Israelites that are scattered abroad, man. All right. So you got to understand, we are the scattered and we are the sheep, man. All right. You can't understand the New Testament without understanding the Old. Everything that's in the New Testament comes straight from the Old Testament, man. All right. All right. So I'm gonna keep reading. What's it say, Roseman? You have become estranged from the Christ. You have attempted to be justified by the law. You have fallen from grace. Galatians 5. Okay, I seen you, brother, in here before, and I ought to go at you real quick. I ought to. You have become estranged from Christ, who attempted to be justified by the law. You have fallen from grace. Okay, that is Galatians 5. Y'all are going to Galatians, man. All right. It said let me give you some quick understanding. Road to Damascus. This might be a damn Edomite. All right, but it could be one of our brothers. All right, but that law, you have to understand there's 5/6 of the law, man. That's what Christians don't understand. All right, and that's why it's important for you to start keeping it. You need to stop scoffing. Pick up a pen and paper and pay attention to this class. Because if you want understanding of the scriptures, this class is going to help you. But you have to become a babe again. All right? That law and being justified by the law is talking about the law of sacrifice, sacrificing animals. If you're still, because the Pharisees want to still sacrifice animals. So what's the point of what's the point of Christ dying for being that ultimate sacrifice when y'all still sacrifice animals? All right, road to Damascus. That's what that scripture is going into, man. You have to have understanding. You don't have understanding, man. You know what I'm saying, brother Ezra? Y'all can go ahead and get a road to Damascus some precepts if y'all want to, man. All right, but let's move on, man. Let's move on. All right. So understanding this Bible, man. First of all, keep the commandments, and then understand basic precepts and understand basic similitudes. All right. Sheep. Jeremiah 50:17. Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First, the king of Assyria have devoured him, and last, this Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, have broken his bones, man. Okay, so there's just one precept that showed the Israel of the sheep. You can go to Jeremiah 50 and verse 6. You can just jump down to verse 6. It says, my people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds has caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. Mountains is a similitude for people. We're going to get that too. See, y'all can't just read this book because y'all think sheep on the mountains. Y'all just thinking about real sheep on some mountains. Talking about, man, no. The sheep are Israelites and the mountains are these nations. You see? That's why this class is important. Okay? Hey, and this is a shout out to Road to Damascus too, man. I'm going to read this precept again. It says, my sheep have been lost sheep, and their shepherd had caused them to go astray. Because our shepherds, our TD Jakes, all right, our Creflo dollars, all right, these damn Edomite pastors has caused the Israelites to go astray into these other nations with all these crazy doctrines to where we don't know who we are. We don't even understand the basic things of this Bible, man. All right, it says they had turned them away on mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting places. The Israelites have forgotten their resting place. It says they've gone from mountains to hills. Mountains and hills are small nations and small nations and large nations, or small governments and large governments. Hills are the smaller governments or nations, and mountains are the bigger governments or the nations, man. These are dark sayings. Y'all have to understand these things, man. Okay? So we're gonna get that mountain later on. Later on, I'm because the Lord say prove our things. In fact, I had to jump straight to it. But I'm not. All right. Let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 26, man. Let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 5, y'all, real quick. Yeah, we're gonna get. I'm gonna show y'all what mountains are, and like I say, this is just part 1. Next week we're gonna do part 2 on a deeper. I'm just hitting y'all with some light similitudes. Next week we're gonna go into some parables, man, and some deeper parables, man. Okay, where we at? 2nd Ezra, all right, chapter 5, man. Let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 26. All right, the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 5, in verse number 26. It reads, and all of the fowls. Okay, this goes into the Lord's favorite things. You know, he has the favorite tree. All right, he has a favorite bird. All right, the Lord has a favorite anything. It has a favorite everything. All right, Shalom, Cap. Shalom, Cap. All right, verse 26, it says, and of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove. Of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep. Okay, so his favorite cattle out of the cows and the oxen that the Lord created, his favorite cattle are the sheep. You read that in 2nd Ezra 5 and 26. All right. So sheep is going into the children of Israel. When you see sheep anywhere in the Bible, even when you read in 1 Samuel, when you read in the parable of the Ulam, I started to bring that up. The parable of the Ulam, when King David, did that abominable thing, man. And he stole Uriah the Hittite's wife, man. All right. And then Nathan the prophet came in, and Nathan spoke to David in a parable, in a similitude. I ought to go get that right now, man. In fact, damn, I don't want to. In fact, we're gonna bring that next class. All right, but that's the perfect example of a parable, and how the Most High uses prophets and like how they spoke in similitudes also. But let's just move on. All right, let's get Isaiah chapter 34 real quick, man, because we got quite a few precepts. It's not really a lot, but I don't want to get too long-winded. I'm trying to make my classes shorter, you know what I'm saying? Isaiah chapter 34, y'all. Understanding this Bible, man. First, keep the commandments, man. All right, first thing you do is keep the commandments. All right, so this is a precept that deals with cattle, how different cattle, we know cattle are sheep and oxen and cow, those are different cattle. Okay, this is a precept, Isaiah 34 and verse 5, man. All right, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 5, and it reads, for my sword should be bathed in heaven. This is Christ. All right, he said, my sword should be bathed in heaven. Behold, it should come down upon Idumea, all right, which is so-called white man, the so-called Greeks, or the so-called white man, done. You see what I'm saying? And upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It hath made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, man. So we know this is going into sacrifice. This is the day of the Lord's sacrifice. When he's going to come back, he's going to get the slaughtering and damn killing people, man. All right? The Lord, you go back to, that's what I'm saying. Y'all have to understand the law. Go back to Leviticus and read. After you read Leviticus and get a decent understanding of Leviticus, and then you read what you read now, you're like, damn, the Lord is sacrificing animals. But let's see what kind of animals that the Lord is sacrificing. It says the sword of the Lord shall be filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of the rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra. You see that? And Basra is the chief city in damn Edom, man. All right? And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorns, okay? And a unicorn is a rhinoceros, okay? Shall come down with them. And the bullocks with the bulls. And their lands shall be soaked with blood. It says their land shall be soaked with blood. Their dust made fat with fatness. So you see how he's naming it, because these are animals that you sacrifice. All right. But the Lord is comparing these animals to Edomites, to the so-called white man. This is what the Lord say. He gonna cleanse the land. He gonna sacrifice their ass when he come back, man. All right. He's gonna cleanse their land with their blood, how it reads in Numbers chapter 35 and verse 33, man. All right. So I'm just trying to give y'all the basic understanding of trying to break down these parables and similitudes. You can't just pick up Isaiah and read it and understand it, man, unless some man guides you, man. All right? I mean, I'm hoping y'all brothers and sisters understanding me, man. All right? Let's get beasts. So we got sheep. We got sheep and cattle, man. And that's just a few precepts. It's a whole bunch, but I don't want the class to be 5 hours long. All right? But there's many more. All right? But let's get beasts. You know how the Lord talk about beasts on the earth? This beast and that beast, man. And we think it's talking about monsters, all right, and damn demons and just different things. But in actuality, sometimes it's talking about animals, but a lot of times when the Lord say beast, he's talking about people too, all right? Sometimes when the Lord talks about beast, he's talking about people. So let's get it. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18, man. Y'all write these down. These are beasts, especially the Battle Axe brothers. Like y'all to have these things. Brothers that go out on the streets teaching, man. These are precepts that y'all gotta have these in y'all Bible, man. All right, y'all gotta have these. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse number 18. It reads, "I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, concerning the estates of the sons of men." Okay, it says that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts, man. All right. All right, let me read that again. It says, I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men. All right. Not the sons of God, but the sons of men, man. Going more into these heathen, man. But that goes into the Israelites too. All right. It says that God might manifest them, and that they might see that themselves they are beasts. You see that? See how God compares men to beasts? So sometimes when you read, even when you're reading Revelations, all right, you got the beast with the damn 10 horns. Okay, when it talks about beast, it's not talking about a dragon, man. It's not talking about a literal animal sometimes. It's talking about people. All right? It's talking about people, man. All right? What's going on now? I'm trying to listen to y'all's nonsense. Man, Y'all don't pay attention to that dude, man. It says I gotta rewatch this from the beginning. I just found, yeah. So subscribe to the channel, Mac the Messianic. All right, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, man, take it back after this. Just take it back and catch it from the beginning, man, because this class is important, man. All right, so let's get it, man. Let's get it. There's one parable for beasts to show that in the Bible, beasts are talking about men. Let's get 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 12, though. Let's get 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 12. This is another similitude or a precept that shows that beasts are men in the Bible, man, to help y'all to understand, man. It ain't no monsters in the Bible, man. I mean, yeah, it's somewhere here, but that ain't the topic. All right, 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 12, man. 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 12, it says, but these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speaking evil of the things that they understand not. Speaking like road to Damascus. This is the perfect example. Road to Damascus would be considered a beast because he keeps not the commandments and he don't have any understanding, man. This is the perfect, y'all see the perfect example in this chat. Everybody look at road to Damascus and look at his all his comments. Everybody else is following on in the Bible and getting understanding, except this brother. The Lord will consider you as a beast, man. Let me read it. Let me read it. It says, but these as natural brute beasts, and he's natural and he's brutish, man. He's a natural brute beast, man. All right, made to be taken and destroyed. The Lord said that you're made to be, if you don't repent, brother, you're made to be taken and destroyed. All right. It says, and this is why he's a beast. It says, speaking evil things that they understand not. Brother's just talking about something that he don't understand. I'm trying to give the understanding, and he just running his damn mouth. I ought to go to Ecclesiastes 5 real quick, man. All right, because that's a very foolish thing, man. All right, you just talking. This is the perfect example of a beast, man. All right, but these is natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed. Speak evil of things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, man. That's okay, because that brother road to Damascus is gonna perish in his own destruction, man. Y'all know when Jacob's trouble pop off. Jacob's trouble gonna pop off, and this girl is gonna be like, oh, the Israelites are right. Let me open the book and read it, but you can't understand it because it's full of similitudes and parables. And instead of getting understanding, you scoff the whole damn time, man. You scoff the whole damn time instead of getting understanding, man. And then when you need the Lord's help, when all hell break loose on this earth, the Lord gonna laugh at your calamity, man. That's what that's going into. But let's move on. All right, let's get 2 Ezra chapter 11 and verse 45 real quick, man. 2 Ezra chapter 11 and verse number 45. All right, 2 Ezra 11 and verse 45, and it reads. All right, I like this. It says, and therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body, man. All right, let me keep reading. It says, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from the violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that had made her, man. All right, let's go into Esau, man. We're reading about the eagle and these damn feathers, man. All right, going into the so-called white man. That's why you have to have a spiritual mind when you're reading this Bible, because you'll read that, what? The hurtful feathers, the hurtful claws. What is that talking about? Who is that talking about, man? Y'all have to know that that's going into Esau. Those are all characteristics of a damn Edomite, man. All right, y'all have to have a spiritual mind, man. All right, so let's keep reading, man. Let's keep going. It says you on 2 accounts. Who you talking about, brother Jose? Me? Because I did have trouble logging in, but I don't know. All right, let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 15, man. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, man. All right. Like I said, I ain't going to make this class. This class is going to be nice and light, man. All right, I ain't going to make this class hard, man. All right. I just want to have y'all to get a deeper understanding of these scriptures, man. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, and we're going to start at verse number 31. All right, and it reads, I protest by your rejoicing, which I have in Christ Jesus. All right, Hamashiach Yahushua, man. Or our Lord, I die daily. All right, after the manner of men, I have fought with beasts at Ephesus, with advantage. It's like it. What advantage it me? If the dead rise not, let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we die. So this is Paul speaking to the Corinthians, okay? This is a letter to the Corinthians. So was Paul literally fighting a beast? Let's read it again. It says, if after the manner of men I have fought with beasts at Ephesus. After the manner of men I fought with beasts at Ephesus. So like I say, we're getting the understanding that beasts are men in the Bible. When you see beasts, you got to think people, man. You got to think wicked people, man. Like I say, going into Revelations, you got all these beasts and these damn dragons and stuff like that. That's going into people. That's not talking about literal beasts, man. That's my point. All right, so we got sheep and we got beasts, man. But let me keep reading this. Let me read 32. It says, after the manner of men, I have fought with beasts at Ephesus. What advantage it me? If the dead rise not, let us eat and drink. If the dead rise not, man. I'm out here, Paul out here doing this work, putting in this work, man. And the dead are going into Israelites that are still asleep, like damn road to Damascus. I don't know if he's a so-called black or Hispanic or Native American, but he could be the heathen. But he's dead. Either way, he's spiritually dead, man. All right. It says, if the dead rise not, let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we die. It says, be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners, man. So we have to be careful of these brute beasts out here, man. All right. We have to be careful, man. All right. Let's move to the next precept. So we got sheep. All right. Y'all got to understand who the sheep are. When you see reading the Bible, you're reading about lambs and sheep. You got to think about Israelites. All right. When you're reading about beasts, you got to think about wicked men. All right. And that could be the heathen or Israelites. All right. Now, we're going to go into mountains and hills. When y'all reading Jeremiah and Isaiah, and you seeing these mountains and these hills, Lord did this, burning mountain, this and that, these mountains and hills, this is going into people also, man. These things are going into people, man. It's not talking about a literal mountain. Now, there are parts that are literal mountains that's going to get burnt up, all right, with thermonuclear fire. But also, like I said, these scriptures are twofold, man. All right, it's a lot of precepts I didn't bring out at the beginning. I probably should have. All right, but let's get it. Let's get mountains and hills. Let's get Isaiah chapter 2. And we're going to start at verse 2, y'all. Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 2, man. Like I say, I hope y'all writing these precepts down, man. Isaiah chapter 2 and verse number 2. All right. And it reads, I'm going to read verse 1. It says, the word of Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. All right. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, man. All right. And that's going into Christ, man. First, he's that mountain, man. Or he's that top government official in Israel, man. All right. It says that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. The mountain of the Lord's house is going to be established on the top of the other mountains. So it goes to Christ first, but then it goes to us, the Israelites. So-called blacks, Hispanics, we're going to be put on top of all these other nations. We look at all these other nations like giants, like mountains, man. Okay? But we are the bigger mountain. We are the royal mountain. All right? And we're going to be established on the top of all these other mountains, all these other nations. That's what this is going into. All right? It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills. All right. And all nations shall flow into it, man. And all nations are going to flow into us, man. All right. We're going to be on top of all the other mountains and all the other hills, man. Meaning nations. Let's get another precept to prove that. All right. Let's get Jeremiah 51, man. Let's get Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51, and we're going to start at verse 25. All right. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse number 25. And it reads, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. You see that? A destroying mountain. This is a people. Okay? This is a nation of people. This is a government. It says, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth. What mountain or what nation? What nation destroys the whole damn earth, man? What nation right now on this earth, the only people, they damn fill the damn seas with oil slicks and oil spills. All right, they beach all the damn dolphins in the damn whales just be flying by the hundreds, flopping up on the damn shore, man, trying to get away from these damn Edomites, man. What damn nation of people go to every country, take over their country, and just chop all their damn trees down? What damn nation is going to people countries and taking over their damn what's that in Congo with that damn mineral that they got there? Not only there, but taking all the damn diamond, digging all the diamonds out. I just gotta dig them out. I gotta dig them all out. I gotta suck all the oil out of the damn earth. What nation of people does that, man? Esau, that's right, brother Lamar. You in the spirit. All right. Shalom, soldier, Don. All right. Esau do that, man. So we know, so we have an idea of this mountain, all right? It says, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroy all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and will make thee a burnt mountain. The Lord is going to make this nation a burnt mountain. All right. The Lord, when he come back, he's going to literally burn up mountains, but he's going to burn up nations also, man. Literally. Okay. So that's what that's going into. Yes, that is going into Edom, brother Moses. That's right. Praises. All right, let's get another precept. Let's get Psalm chapter 144 real quick, man. All right, so y'all write it down. We got precepts for sheep. We got precepts for who the beast on the earth. Now we dealing with mountains and hills. When we see these words, we got to go to our notes. We're like, oh, that's talking about people. You know? All right, Psalm chapter 144. Salakia. Psalm chapter 144, and we're going to start at verse 5, all right? This is the book of Psalm chapter 144 and verse number 5. It reads, bow down. It says, bow thy heavens, O Lord, and come down, touch the mountains, and they shall smoke, man. All right. And this is literally, but this is figuratively also. All right, yeah, that's a tongue twister for me. All right. It says, cast forth lightning and scatter them. How do you scatter mountains? You have to think about that. How can you scatter a mountain? You can blow it up and blow it into different big pieces of rocks. But this mountain is going into a people. Just like they scattered us everywhere, the Lord is going to scatter them. He's going to scatter these mountains. All right. It says, verse 5, bow thou heavens, O Lord, and come down. Touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows and destroy them. Send thy hand from above. Who is the Lord's hand? So some of these precepts, like the hand of the Lord, is Christ. We're gonna get those. Hey, when y'all reading the Bible, it says, Lord, thy right hand this. Lord, thy hand, thy right hand. All the way from the Old Testament to the New is talking about Christ, man. So y'all have to understand these things. This is how you get the deeper understanding of the scriptures. All right. Y'all know how when y'all reading a book or you reading something, especially the Bible, and you read something and you don't understand what the hell happened, but you're like, oh, well, let me just keep reading through. All right. I mean, we really shouldn't do that. We should really go and diligently trying to figure out what that is, even if it's one word. Because sometimes it be one word and I don't know what that word means. And I used to think it ain't important what that one word means. I'm just keep reading. But I learned if you go back and look up the definition of that word, it makes that whole sentence change into something else, man. So it's important to understand what you're reading, man. And that's why I'm bringing this class out. All right, but verse 7, it says, send thine hand from above. Rid me and deliver me out of great waters. That's another one. What is great waters? What is great? So is King David drowning in some water? Is King David in the middle of the damn ocean or in the middle of the lake saying, Lord, save me? What is deep waters, man? What is that talking about? This is the exact reason why I'm bringing this class out. So later on down, I'm going to show y'all what those deep waters are. We haven't got to the water part yet. Well, I'm going to show y'all what waters, what floods are, what fish are. Okay? So we're going to get to it. It says, send thy hand from above, rid me and deliver me out of great waters from the hand of strange children. You see that? Waters are deep waters, or great waters are strange children, man. All right? Just think about it. Let's say we are drowning in a pool. Okay, we're drowning in the pool and you just surrounded by all this water. You trying to fight. You just trying to fight to stay up, man. That's why the Lord call these strange children waters. That's why the Lord call these nations waters. To us, even Jeremiah has a great parable speaking of waters. Okay, King David is surrounded by these Philistines. He's surrounded by the Ammonites. He's surrounded by his enemies. that's trying to devour him. They're all around him. And he's just trying to fight like, Lord, save me from these deep waters, these strange children, man. You have to understand this hip talk, man. This Bible is full of parables and hip talk. All right, I'm just trying to give y'all the deeper understanding. Hey, Brother Donovan been putting good precepts down there too, man. All right, let me see what that is, man. I'm just curious. Let's say Isaiah 17. I'm gonna go get the Isaiah 17 and 12. Let me see what Soldier Donovan got, y'all. Let's see what Soldier Donovan got. Isaiah chapter 17 and verse number 12, and it reads, woe to the multitude of many people, which make a noise like man, Don. That's a great precept. Let me write that down real quick. I mean, I got it over here in my other notes, but I don't have it right here on my paper. All right, y'all, look, that precept that Brother Don Israel just put down, Don Yasharala just put down, man, y'all right there. That's a perfect precept for waters. All right, and floods. All right, Isaiah 17 and verse 12. Let me just read it. It says, woe to the multitude of many people, straight up, all right, many people, which make a noise like the noise of the seas and the rushing of nations, that make a rushing like the rushing of mighty waters. So seas and nations goes into people, in nations. Seas and waters and rushing waters goes into nations. Look, you could be reading in the Bible somewhere. It's talking about a rushing water or a damn mighty wind, or man, it's talking about people, man. It's talking about people. Y'all have to understand these things. Keep the commandments, man, and get the meat of these scriptures, man. I'm gonna tell you, when your eyes are open, like I say, you're reading the book, you're reading the story, but when you get these deep, dark parables and similitudes, man, it changes everything, man. It gives you much deeper understanding, and it gets you excited, man. I got excited as hell when I read that precept that Donovan just put down, man. It should make y'all excited. All right. Like I say, we've been having this book on our damn nightstand, on your damn grandmother nightstand, all these damn years, man. It didn't understand not even 3% of it. Yeah, you know all the Bible stories, but it was deeper than that. It was deeper than just Bible stories. Salakia, I know that was ugly. Salakia. All right. So those are great precepts for waters, man. All right. That's a great precept for water. Let's get another one. All right. Because, Don kind of took us up in there. Let's get Revelation chapter 17, y'all. Let's get Revelation chapter 17. So Don kind of rolled us into the water precepts. So now we finna hit these water precepts. The first one is Isaiah 17 and verse 12, showing you that waters and rushing waters and the seas, when you read about seas. Man, look, y'all know when Peter got off that boat. I'm gonna tell y'all how deep it is. That's why I say next class is gonna be good, because we're going to the same thing, but a little bit deeper. But I'm gonna just give y'all a precursor, whatever you call it, just a little a peek into the next class. Now we have the knowledge that we know about water and people. All right. Just imagine when Peter got off that ship. Christ was in the middle of the ocean. All right. And the ocean was just rocking. The water was just rocking. The sea was rocking, man. The sea was rocking. All right. You got to understand, that's a similitude for what you see all around you. Babylon, all the stuff that's going on. All right. All hell breaking loose in this damn country. All right, people getting shot down in the face. All right, you got damn homosexuality and damn witchcraft everywhere. All right, you got all these wicked laws that set up against the Israelites. All right, that's keeping us down. That's that sea. That's that sea that we was in. That's the sea that Christ was standing in the middle of it. It told Peter to come on, and Peter had faith. He stepped off into the valley of the shadow of death, man. This damn world, man, and he had his eyes focused on Christ. But as soon as he started looking at the sea, he looking at these other nations and what these other nations doing, he started losing sight on who we are, and his ass started to sink. I hope that makes sense to y'all. Even simple stories like that becomes deeper when you understand what water and these different similitudes mean, man. These stories mean much more. All right, but let's move on. Let's get Revelation chapter 17. All right, you get Revelation chapter 17, y'all. We're going to start at verse 15. All right. Revelation chapter 17 and verse number 15. And it reads, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Do y'all get that? All right. Damn near anywhere you read in the scripture, it's talking about waters. It's talking about either people or either it's talking about doctrine. And we're going to get that precept next. Well, a few of those next. All right. Verse 15, it says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth. And that whore is going into Babylon, man. All right. That's the whore that sits in many waters. You have the American Navy on everybody's they sitting on everybody's water, man. Everybody all over the world, you got damn Navy ship, U.S. Navy ships there. That's the whore that sitteth on many waters, man. It's going into that damn Statue of Liberty. That's the symbol of the whore, the great whore Babylon. Okay? And he said unto me, the water which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Right? I'm going to keep reading verse 16. And, watch this, y'all. It says, and the 10 horns. All right? And horns, and we're going to get that precept next class. All right? When you're talking about horns, it's talking about strength. All right? It's talking about power. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. So y'all know what beast are? So is this talking about, I'm going to ask y'all. Now that we going through this class, you know who the beast are. So is this beast some big ugly monster with 10 horns sitting on top of it, and he breathing fire, and he's like, "Arr!" Is that what the Bible is talking about? All right? No. We know that beasts are men. According to Ecclesiastes 3:18, 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 12, 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 45, 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 31 through 33. All right? No, that's right, Sister DeBoer. That's right. It's a nation. That's right. It's a nation. That's right, enough Israel. That's right, man. So now, we're getting an understanding. All right? So let me keep reading, man. Let me keep reading a little bit more. Well, actually, that's it for that one, man. All right. Well, let me read it again because I just like the precept. Revelation 17 to verse 15. All right. It says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest. Y'all think about it. The waters. We know the waters goes into people. All right. Which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate. So that means nations are going to turn against nations, man. These Edomite, these 10 EU nations are going to turn, all right, against Babylon, against America, man. All these EU nations, because these 10 horns are going into the 10 common markets, all right, are going to, the 10 European nations are going to go against America. That's going to happen. This is a prophecy. In fact, it's already starting to happen now, okay? All right, that's right, brother Jonathan put Daniel chapter 7 and verse 34, all right? It says, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. What does it mean that the Lord is going to make this place naked? That's another similitude, man. Next class, I'm going to tell you, we're going to get through this one, but some of these things I'm kind of going over, we're going to go back and we're going to recap, we're going to touch. What does naked mean? All right? Does anybody have a precept for what naked mean, man? Anybody in the chat, what is the precept for naked? What does it mean that they're going to make Babylon naked, man? I need one brother or either one sister. What is the precept for naked? Don't let me go get it. In Exodus chapter 32, man. All right? Let me go ahead and get it. Because a lot of y'all, look, I'm going to tell y'all, even a lot of y'all think that Adam and Eve was ass naked in a damn garden. Eve just running around, just flapping around, man. No. All right? So I was going to say this for next class. We're going to get a deeper understanding, but let's go to Exodus chapter 32, man. I can't believe none of y'all brothers put the precept for naked in here, man. All right. Let's say Exodus 32 and verse 25. All right. So all you brothers and sisters, I was saving this for next class, but I'm going to go ahead and give y'all what naked mean in the Bible. So when you see naked, you know what it means. All right. Naked. All right. This is Exodus chapter 32 and verse 25. It says, and when Moses saw that the people were naked, For Aaron had made them naked to their shame among their enemies. How did Aaron make the people naked? He made them naked by having them in sin. He had them sacrifice. He had them worshiping that golden calf. Remember when Moses went up and the people like, make us a golden calf, and Aaron was like, you know what? Go ahead and make a golden calf. Take off your earrings and all your jewelry, and we're gonna make a golden calf. The Lord just sent us through the damn Red Sea. And gave these Egyptians all these plagues, but we're gonna worship this calf. Niggas is wicked, man. If there Israelites are like that to this day, man, Negroes are like that right now, man. All right, wicked. So that's how Aaron made them naked. They were in sin. Being naked means being in sin. And there's many more precepts. We're going to get that next class. All right. Let me read that one more time. It says that when Moses saw that the people were naked, for Aaron had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies. That don't mean you got 100,000 Israelites outside dancing around ass naked, man. No, that ain't what that mean, man. All right. So even going back to Genesis, when Adam and Eve were naked, they were in sin, man, because they had went the hell off. They were naked to their shame, man. All right. But we're going to get that next class, all right? We're going to keep this one light and fluffy, all right? So, yeah. Let's get another water precept. This is another one. This is one that I like. That Ephesians 5:26, man. Everybody, let's get Ephesians 5:26. This is another similitude for water. Now, this is the other side of water. Remember I told y'all water can be nations and people? Water also means doctrine. All right, the doctrine that you learn and what you believe in, that could be water too. All right, that could be water. We're gonna go into wine. We're gonna go into more things next class. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna keep these classes nice and fluffy, man. All right, let's get what I say, Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 26. All right, this is the book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 26. I like it. It says that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. It says the washing of water by the word. So the word cleans you. The word of God is what cleans you, man. We're going to get more. Look, as we go down, we're going to go through other things. We're going to do fish real quick. We're going to do grass. We're going to do trees. All right. We're going to do those last three. But within those, there's going to be other stuff that we already went over. And y'all should be able to catch these things, man. All right, washing of water by the word, man, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle, man. All right, or any such thing, but that it should be holy without blemish. So it has to be clean. We have to be clean. This is going into spiritual baptism. This is not talking about dunk you under the damn water. All right, this is talking about cleansing you with the washing of water by the word. The word of God is water. The word of God is food. Also, we're going to get those next class. All right? Washing of water by the word. So, water can mean people or water can mean doctrine. Okay? That's why the Lord, it tells you in Proverbs, it says, drink out of thy own cistern or drink out of your own well. Hey, drink out of this book and keep the commandments. Why are you damn drinking out of Babylon's well? Don't drink out of that, man. Their water is defiled. You see? Even when you're reading Proverbs, drink out of thy well. What is that talking about? That's talking about doctrine. So I'm just trying to give y'all a deeper understanding of these similitudes that's in the Bible, man. All right. Let's get another one real quick. Let's get Psalm chapter 1. This is one I like. Psalm chapter 1 and verse 3 and 4, man. It's another similitude for doctrine. Also, using water though, you know. Using water. I'm all in Proverbs. Psalm chapter 1, man. And New Bible still kind of sticky, so like you. Psalm chapter 1 and I really want to start at verse 1. I really want to start at 1. Cause this stuff be good, man. I'm gonna start at verse 3 though. All right, I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. You see? To get understanding of this Bible, you have to know the law. Okay? It says, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he should be like a tree planted by rivers of water, man. All right? So a tree planted by rivers of water, that's that good fresh water, all right? That bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whithersoever he doeth shall prosper, man. So we're gonna touch on trees too, because trees are talking about people. Okay? So that water, what trees are people, and water is people also. I mean, not water is doctrine in this case. Trees are people, and water is doctrine. Water is doctrine in this case, in this context. All right. So let's move on, man. We're gonna get the trees last though. All right. Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. This is just one more, man. 1 Corinthians 10 and 4. Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse number 4. I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud of the seas, man. You see? All right. And did all eat that same spiritual meat. And did all drink that same spiritual drink. For they drank that spiritual, that says they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and their rock was Christ, man. All right. So it's talking about spiritual meat and spiritual drink. That's going into this word, man. It's going into this Bible, man. That's going into the law, statutes, and commandments, man. It's going into the doctrine of the Hebrew Israelites, man. Okay. I just want to kind of bring that out, man. All right, but let's move on. Let's move on. Let's get okay. Let's deal with this fish. Let's deal with this fish, man, because we have to understand also that fish are similar to for people. We're gonna run through it real quick. Let's get Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 2. All right. When you see fish in the Bible, y'all have to understand that it is a similitude for people also. All right. Or the Lord say, be fishers of men. I mean, those things, some of these things are just playing upon tables, man. Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 2. All right. It reads, wherefore, when I came, was they no man? When I called, there was none to answer. Is my hand shortened at all that I cannot redeem? Or have I no power to deliver? Behold, at my rebuke, I dry up the sea. I make the rivers a wilderness. Their fish stink because there is no water, and dies for thirst. Just this one parable in Isaiah is so deep and so heavy. Man, I can break this damn thing down for 30 minutes, man. This one scripture I can break down for about 30 minutes. There's so many things in there that y'all have to, like I say, y'all have to have people to help y'all break these scriptures down. That's why I'm doing this similitude class. So many similitudes in this. Y'all should be able to see yourself in this. Y'all should be able to see so-called Black and Hispanic and Native Americans in this. Watch this. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to see if any of y'all catch on to it. It says, wherefore, when I came, was there no man? When I called, was there none to answer? And we know that the Israelites, we are the Lord's called. All right. It says, is my hand shortened at all that I cannot redeem them? The Lord's hand. We're going to get that next class. All right. That goes into Christ. All right. Or have I no power to deliver? Behold, at my rebuke, I dry up the sea. The Lord said, I dry up the sea, man. And that goes two ways. The Lord, at his rebuke, he can destroy nations, man. All right. But actually, water also goes into doctrine and your understanding of the scriptures. At his rebuke, he could dry the sea up. He could take your understanding away. All right. He says, I make the rivers a wilderness. Thinking about a big ass river and he dried it up in this desert. All right. You got to think about these things. All right. He makes a river, and his word is a river. It's a river of life, man. And the Lord took his word from us at a point in time. We didn't even know we were Israelites. He made us a dry wilderness. Y'all have to be able to see yourself in this. All right. He says their fish stinking. All right. And we are those fish, man. All right. Because there is no water, because we didn't have the commandments. We wasn't washed with the water of the word. We were damn doing the things of this nation, being damn creeps and freaks, man. All right. And die for thirst. And right now we dying of thirst, man. Man, I was so thirsty out here in this world. It is not literal thirst. This is thirst of who I am. Who am I? Why am I black? Why am I African American? Why are these things happening to me? Why am I being shot down in the streets? Damn. Why is damn child support out on my damn brothers? All right. Why is all these things happening? Why are we always at the bottom? Why are all these things happening to us and nobody's doing nothing about it? Why? Why are these things happening? Hey, we thirsty as hell and we want to know why. We thirsty, man. We don't know who we are. All right? We don't know who in the hell we are. Why are we the only people on the nation that don't know who I am? African American. I'm gonna go buy a dashiki with a damn. We found the ways of all these other nations because we are seeking who we are in the spirit. We were thirsty and dried up, man. So you have to be able to see yourself in these scriptures, man. All right, that's one precept for fish. I have to bring that out. Let's get Isaiah 51 and 12 real quick. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse number 12. All right. And it reads, even I, he that comforted you, who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the Son of Man, which shall be made as grass, man. So this is actually not fish, it's a precept for grass. I don't know how I got mixed up in there, but we're going into grass next. Okay, so that's a precept for grass. All right, well that's why. Let's jump back up to fish. Let's get 2 Ezra chapter 16, man. We'll get 2 Ezra chapter 16. And then after this, we're gonna touch grass, and then we're gonna touch trees, and then we're gonna be done, man. All right. You have to understand these similitudes in these scriptures, man. So this is parables and similitudes part 1. And next week we're gonna do part 2. We're gonna work on more parables. All right. Let's get 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 12. Man, my dog is going crazy in there. 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse number 12, it says, the earth quaketh and the foundations thereof. The sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power, man. So that's going into me. That's another parable and precepts how fish are men. It's so many of them. It's so many of them. Let me jump straight to Matthew, man. Let's get Matthew chapter 4. Let's get Matthew chapter 4. Salaki, y'all. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Let me take my puppy going crazy. Let me make sure he ain't peeing, y'all. Hold on. Come on. Yeah, Salaki, y'all. Y'all show y'all, man. It's my puppy Glock, man, that I got from Soldier Donovan. Got a few more of these, man. I'm gonna take this little butt outside, man. Hey, little butt outside. He just crying and acting a fool. All right, so let's get back to it, man. Let's get back to it. Let's get Matthew chapter 4 and verse 19. Get Matthew chapter 4 and verse 19. It could be Satan, though. You know, man, Satan do stuff like that. Satan had your kids acting up, had your damn dog acting up, all kind of stuff, man. All right, Matthew chapter 4 and verse 19. All right, and it reads, it says, and he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. So we are fishers of men. And that shows that the Lord used fish as a similitude for men also, man. All right, so we have to understand these things, man. We read about fish in the Bible, just, man, it's just so much, man. It's just so much, man. Y'all have to understand and get the basic understanding of these scriptures. Once you get that, it gives you deeper meaning. All right, and let's get one more fish precept, man. Let's get one more. Ezekiel or Habakkuk. Let's get Habakkuk, man. Let's get Habakkuk. Let's get Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 13 real quick. Yeah, Habakkuk 1:13. This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse number 13. It says, Thou art of pure eyes, that to behold evil, and canst not look on iniquity. Wherefore lookest thou upon them that deal treacherously, and holdest thy tongue when the wicked devour the man that is more righteous than he, man. Verse 14, it says, and makest men as the fishes of the sea, as the creeping things that have no rule over them, man. All right, so that's another similitude. All right, it's fish as men. So let's go through everything that we went through, y'all. All right, we went through sheep, beasts, mountains and hills, waters, seas, okay? All right, fish, and now let's touch on grass, man. Let's touch on grass. We already read Isaiah 51:12. Let's get Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 6 real quick. Yeah, this class almost over with, y'all. Let's get Isaiah 40 and 6. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, and let's read verse 6. And it reads, the voice said, cry. And he said, what shall I cry? All flesh is grass. When you see grass in the Bible in different places, you have to think the Lord could be talking about people, man. All right, we don't want to reach so much to where we're going to hell off, though. But, man, a lot of times, man, this book has not been totally unlocked yet. So y'all brothers and sisters out there, y'all read this Bible, y'all could be unlocking stuff that some of these other guys, you know, some of these camps, some of these leaders have not unlocked everything in this book. And it's up to y'all to unlock these parables, man. But y'all have to be in the spirit. The Lord said we all prophesy by part, man. It's all our job to unlock these parables. And then once y'all unlock something, you're supposed to share it with your brother and give them the meaning. And they gonna be like, damn. Because I know it's been a few things that I brought forth to my cat. They might have saw it, but they might not have. Some stuff I don't think they saw it at first, you know. But hey, that's, you know, man, the Lord give you that knowledge and that understanding, man. Hey, man, you got to spread that, man. Some people like to get the knowledge and understanding and keep it to themselves. Some people like to just create following matters. Just make sure, like I said, we're not reaching. All right. But yes, grass is considered people in the Bible. Let's read verse 7. It says, the grass wherewith the flower fadeth, because the spirit of the Lord bloweth upon it, man. Because even flowers are considered people. All right. It says, the flower faded because the spirit of the Lord bloweth upon it. Surely the people is grass, man. The Lord said, man, y'all ain't nothing but like grass, man. Y'all ain't know y'all can go outside and just pluck that piece of grass up like it ain't nothing, man. It's just not water in this damn Texas heat. It's 105, 106 degrees every day. Just not water that damn grass for a few days and see what happens, man. All right. That's why it's important for us to study, because we're like grass. And water is our doctrine, is this word. We have to make sure we water ourselves as grass and as plants, all right, with these scriptures daily. All right, let's get another precept with grass, man. Let's get 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 24. Another precept that show people are grass. When you're reading about grass in the Old Testament, sometimes it's talking about people. Don't be confused. All right. Sometimes it's just talking about regular grass, but sure, I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10 is probably going into people. All right. So like in 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 24, it says, for all flesh is grass. Now, where did Peter get this from? When I literally say everything in the New Testament, the prophets taught in the New Testament, came directly from the Old Testament. That came from Isaiah 40, what we just read. And now Peter is saying the same thing. But yet, Christians are saying that the Old Testament is done away with. No. All right? Because the New Testament wasn't made at this time with Peter and Paul and Christ and the disciples walking. The New Testament was being created then. So what were they going off of? They were reading the Old Testament the whole damn time. And they were teaching the Old Testament. You have to understand that. All right? 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 24. For all flesh is grass, and all the glory of man is as a flower of grass, that grass that withereth, and the flower thereof falleth away. But the word of the Lord endureth forever. And this is the word which by the gospel is preached unto you, because that word is going to give you that water. The word is water. It's spiritual water, man. All right. This is another grass precept. All right. Let's get one more grass precept. Let's get Psalms chapter 102, and then we're going to bust these trees down. All right. And then we're going to bring the law. Okay. Let's get Psalms chapter 102 and verse 11. So like you. Psalms 102 and verse 11. All right. Psalms chapter 102 and verse number 11. It reads, this is King David. He says, my days are like a shadow that declineth, and I am withered like grass, man. Okay? So when you seeing grass, I'm just reading y'all straight precepts that literally say grass is men, but sometimes you're not going to see grass as men. Sometimes you're not going to see water as men. Sometimes you're not going to see fish as men. But when you read it, it's automatically going to snap to you. Dang, he's talking about people. All right? That's how you get the deeper understanding and the meaning in these dark sayings in this Bible, man. All right? That's how you get it. Now let's deal with these trees, man. Let's deal with these trees, because we have to understand trees are men too, man. All right? Trees are men also. All right? And let's go ahead and just jump straight into it, man. Let's get Mark chapter 8 and verse 22. Yeah, Mark 8 and 22. And this high, I'm I'm gonna tell y'all this is an important precept, especially trees, because you see trees all throughout the Bible, and they don't call trees men. You just have to understand, damn, the Lord is talking about men. The Lord always use hip talk. Sometimes the Lord speaks straight up. Yeah, sometimes the Lord speaks straight up, but a lot of times he speaks in a dark parable or similitude. All right. So yeah, it's like it. Let's go ahead and get that Mark chapter 8, man. Now the damn dog scratching at the damn dog trying to get back in. I have a feeling when I let him back in, he's just gonna start crying some more. It'd be safe, man. All right. So like it. Can't find my Mark in my Bible. Mark chapter 8, and we're gonna start at verse number 22. Now, so like it. Mark chapter 8, well, we're gonna start at verse 22. It says, and he cometh to Bethsaida, and they bring a blind man unto him and besought him to touch him. And he took the blind man by the hand and led him out of the town. And when he had put spit on his eyes and put his hands upon him, he asked him if he saw out. And he looked up and said, I see trees walking. All right, Salakia. And he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking. Okay, y'all write this precept down. When you see trees, and there's a lot of trees in the Bible, it is straight going into people and nations. When Adam and Eve was in that garden, we're going to break this down, a little bit of that down in the next class, in the next week. When Adam and Eve was in that garden amongst the trees, those trees represent nations, man. All right. And they weren't literally naked. They were just in sin. All right, man. The Lord is poetic, man. The Lord is cold, man, in his works, man. All right, let me read that again. Mark chapter 8 and verse 24. It says, and he looked up and he said, I see men as trees walking, man. So when Christ spat on his hand, on his blind man, he spat in his hands. And you know, Christ, man, I don't mind Christ putting this spit on my damn eyes, man. I ain't tripping, man, at all. I know you probably like, ugh. All right. Hey, this is the King, Lord of Lords, man. All right, and he healed this man. He spit on his hand. This ain't regular spit, man. All right, and he kind of wiped it over the guy's eyes. And Christ asked him, "What do you see?" He said, "Man, I see men." And he had a vision. I see men as trees walking. All right. So that's one precept to show you when you reading about trees, it's talking about men. Let's get Matthew chapter 7, man. Let's get Matthew chapter 7. In Matthew chapter 7. And we're going to read verse number 7, and we're going to start at verse number 15. All right. Matthew 7 and verse 15. It reads, is that it? Salaki, y'all. 7 and 15. I'm going to read it. It says, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravening wolves. Ye should know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns? All right, or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit. So we know certain kind of fruit grows on certain kind of trees. All right, that's what that's going into. You're not going to see orange grow on apple trees. All right, this is what it's saying. It says, verse 17, it says, even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. All right. So is this talking about a literal tree, man? No, this is talking about people. So y'all have to, I'm just trying to give y'all a deeper understanding. And that one was pretty plain upon tables, but other brothers and sisters, it might not have been. But let's get the next precept. Let's get Luke chapter 13. Let's get Luke chapter 13 and verse 7 real quick. Luke chapter 13, and we're going to start at verse number 7. It reads, then said he unto the dresser of his vineyard. In fact, I kind of want to read that whole thing. I want to read the whole thing, but I want to say the parables for next class. We're gonna dive into the parables next time. I just want to touch on similitudes. All right. So we're at Luke chapter 13, verse 7. It says, then said he unto the dresser of his vineyard, behold, these 3 years I come seeking fruit on this fig tree, and find none. Cut it down. Why cumbereth it the ground? All right. It says, and he answering said unto him, Lord, let it alone this year also, till I should dig it about it. and dung it. All right, so I'm gonna take care of this tree. I'm gonna feed it dung, and I'm gonna water it. All right, basically it says, and if it bear fruit, well, and if not, then after thou should cut it down. So when you read these parables that Christ was speaking, man, when you read these things, you have to understand. You have to have a spiritual mindset. The Lord is not talking about literal trees. He's talking about people, all right, and the fruit that they produce, all right. And that didn't start just in the New Testament. That goes all the way back to Genesis, like I say, to the Garden of Eden, and they were amongst trees, and Eve was eating of the fruit of the trees, man. She was taking on the philosophies of these other nations, man. That's what that's going into. Y'all brothers and sisters that didn't have y'all new Christians that's up in here, man. All right. Let's go ahead and get Psalms 92 and 12, man. Let's go ahead and get Psalms 92 and 12. Get Psalms 92 and 12. This book of Psalms, chapter 92. And no. Salakia, that's 91. Psalms chapter 92 and verse 12, it says, the righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. All right. It says the righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. They should grow like a cedar in Lebanon, man. And you're gonna hear all these type of parables in the Bible. All right, you're gonna hear all these things. All right, let's get another one. Let's get one. This is our last little spiel. Our last little spiel. We're gonna do it real quick. All right, through the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach, one like Yahweh. All right, well, he touched his last thing. We're gonna touch on the olive tree. Okay, we're gonna touch on the olive tree because this olive tree gives you more understanding on what's going on in Romans 11, man. Because y'all damn Christians, you think everybody can be grafted in. You can't be grafted in. There's no grafting into us, man. Not unless you're a part of us. There's no grafting in. Y'all brothers and sisters, write this down. All right? We finna kill that whole grafting in thing. This only for the Israelites. All right? Let's get Revelations. We're going to start off at Revelation chapter 11, man. And I'm going to keep it simple. I ain't finna do a deep breakdown. I'm just keep it simple. In fact, I did a if y'all go back and look, I did a olive tree class, man. I did a whole class on Israel as a green olive tree. Okay, Revelation chapter 11, Salakia, and we're gonna start at verse 3. All right, Revelation chapter 11 and verse 3. It reads, "And I will give power unto my two witnesses." Who is the Lord's two witnesses? All right, we're gonna find out. All right, when we read in Revelation, these deep dark damn prophecies, man. "And I will give power to my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 2,000, so like it, they should prophesy 1,203 days, clothed in sackcloth. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the God of the earth," man. So let's find out who these two olive trees are. You can't understand the New Testament unless you have good understanding of the Old Testament, man. So let's see who these olive trees are, man. All right, let's go to Jeremiah. Let's see who these olive trees are. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 11, man. All right, we're gonna see who these olive trees are, man. Jeremiah chapter 11, and we're gonna start at verse number 16. Jeremiah 11:16. It says, "The Lord called thy name a green olive tree." All right, fair and goodly. It says fair and of goodly fruit, with the noise of a great tumult. He hath kindled fire upon it, and its branches and the branches of it are broken, man. The Lord kindled fire on this green olive tree for some reason back here in Jeremiah. All right, but let's see who this green olive tree is. Let's keep reading. Verse 17, "For the Lord of hosts that planted thee hath pronounced evil against thee for the evil of the house of Israel." All right, that's the first witness. "And of the house of Judah," that's the second witness. That's the green. When you read in Revelations, all right, when you read Revelation chapter 11 and verse 3, you got the olive tree and the two witnesses. This is the breakdown of it in Jeremiah. That's why Christians can't break down Revelation, because you don't have an understanding of the Old Testament at all. You don't know what's going on. All right. It said, I'm gonna read it over. It says, "The Lord called thy name a green olive tree, fair and of a goodly fruit, with the noise of a great tumult. He hath kindled fire upon it, and the branches thereof are broken. For the Lord of hosts that planted thee hath pronounced evil against thee for the house of Israel and the house of Judah," the southern and the northern kingdom of Israel, because it was split, okay, which they have done against themselves to provoke me to anger and offering incense unto Baal. So that's why the kingdom was split, because we went the hell off, man. Let me let my dog in. Hold on. Where you at? Come on. Come here. All right. Trust it, man. He's still potty training, so I can't just let him run around the house like that. All right. So look, those are the two witnesses, right? All right. Got the northern and the southern tree. That's the two witnesses, and that's the green olive tree. When you read about olive trees, you're thinking about Israel. Okay? Now let's get Romans. Now we're gonna go to Romans now. All right. Now let's touch. We're gonna just touch that grafting in, because this class is not about grafting in, but it's getting an understanding of the scriptures, man. Get Romans chapter 11, man. Yeah. So when y'all talk, when they want to go to Romans chapter 11 and say, you see, we're all grafted in. We all grafted. Well, first you got to get understanding, man. First thing you have to do is get understanding of these scriptures, man, right? Let's get Romans chapter 11, and we're going to start Romans chapter 11, Salaki, and we're going to start at verse 16. All right? It says, for if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy. And if the root be holy, so are the branches. And if some of the branches be broken off, see, remember how the Lord devoured the olive tree? We read about that in Jeremiah. All right? It says that if some of the branches be broken off, because we were split up, man. All right? Being a wild olive tree, were grafted in among them with the partakers of the root and the fatness of the olive tree. And we know that Christ is our root. We're going to get that similitude in this class too. Christ is the root. All right? The root is is Christ, but it's going into Israel, man. Okay? No, this is not for everybody else, man. All right? Like I say, you have clues. I say, if some of the branches be broken off, we saw how the branches were broken off in Jeremiah. It was talking about Israel and Judah. It's not talking about everybody, man. All right? Being a wild olive tree, were grafted back in, were grafted in among them. All right? Which were partakers of the root. We all have the same root, man. We came from the same place. We were just split up to the southern and damn northern kingdom. And now we call Mexican, Hispanic, black. We call damn Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans and damn all kind of things now, man. But we all have that same root. All right. All our fathers that walked through that sea and did eat that same spiritual meat and drink that same spiritual drink. Okay. So that's that olive tree. I just want to touch the olive tree, man. Hey, we're at the end of this thing. Let's get one more precept. Let's get one more precept on Judges, and then we're gonna pause this, and we're gonna continue with this similitude and parable class next week, and we're gonna get more into parables, man. We're gonna break down some of these parables. I'm just giving y'all a little simple precepts and understanding, man. Let's get Judges chapter 9. We're gonna start at verse 8. Judges 9 and 8. Nah, you calm down, buddy, because you can't. Nah, you ain't finna go pee. I'm gonna put you back outside because you ain't finna go pee on the carpet. Salaki, y'all. Judges chapter 9, man. Joshua Judges, Salaki, the new Bible. Judges chapter 9 and verse number 8. All right. Judges chapter 9 and verse 8. So this is just showing that this is another parable that just show that trees are people. All right. Without a shadow of a doubt. All right. This is Judges chapter 9 and verse 8. It says, and he went up thence to Penuel and spake unto them likewise. And the men of Penuel answered him, as the men of Sakkar, all right, had answered him. And he spake unto them, the men of Penuel, saying, when I come again in, I will break down this tower. Salaki, y'all, hold on one second. Back outside. Can't let her pee in the house, man. All right, Judges chapter 9, Salaki, in verse 8, it reads, the trees went forth on a time to anoint a king over them. And they said unto the olive tree, you see that? And they said unto the olive tree, reign thou over us. But the olive tree said unto them, should I leave my fatness wherewith by me they honor God and man, and go to be promoted over the trees? And the tree said unto the fig tree, come down and reign over us. But the fig tree said unto them, should I forsake the sweetness and my good fruit and go to be promoted over the trees? Then the trees unto the vine, and then the trees said unto the vine, come thou and reign over us. And the vine said unto them, should I leave my wine, which cheered God and man, and go to be promoted over the trees? You see that? You see how trees are talking back and forth to each other? Does trees literally talk back and forth to each other? All right. So I'm gonna put it on pause right there, man. All right. I'm gonna read a little bit more. It says, then said all the trees unto bramble, come down and reign over us. And the bramble said unto the trees, if in truth ye anoint me king over you, then come and put your trust in my shadow. And if not, let fire come out of the bramble and devour the cedars of Lebanon. So, yeah, when you're reading about the cedars of Lebanon, you're reading about these trees, because sometimes it don't say men, but these is precepts to let you know a lot of time when the Lord is talking about trees, he's talking about men. Okay? So that's part one of parables and similitudes, man. Next week, we're going to go into deeper depth into parables, man. We're going to break down some of these parables. All right? I'm going to give y'all a few more similitudes next class, too, that y'all are going to need to understand this Bible. So let's go over what we went over today. Y'all should have the understanding of sheep and who the sheep are. Every time you see a sheep in the Bible, y'all should know what it is. You're thinking about Israel. Beast, you should know what beast mean. Y'all should know what mountains and hills. When you're reading about mountains and hills, it was on a hill and a mountain and this. No, y'all have to understand this talking about nations, all right, and governments. When you hear about waters and seas and floods, it's talking about nations too. But water can also mean doctrine, okay? You got fish, all right? You see about fish, talking about fish, that's going into men also. Talking about trees, that's going into men, all right? And we know that the green olive tree is Israel, man. Okay, those are things we went over. Next week, we're going to go over more. Let me see. What did we not go over? Next week, we're going to hit, we might hit strangers, enemies, water seeds, Gentiles, all right, water, flood, fish. Oh, we didn't do wine. We're going to go over wine. You see wine in the Bible, drink in the Bible. We're going to go over breath. All right, we're going to go over clouds, which are the chariots. All right, we're gonna go over these things. I got some more hill precepts back here. We're going to go over heaven and hell. When you're reading about heaven and hell, we're going to go over those precepts on what those words really mean. Okay, and we're going to go over wind. The word wind, which goes into being tossed by doctrine, and it goes into destruction also, man. But these are more things that we're going to break down next week. And also, we're going to go into a few parables also that break down. So, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the class. I hope y'all were edified. Y'all, please like, share, and subscribe. Help us to push this truth all over the globe, man. Let's try to get up out this captivity, man. I know y'all tired of getting up, going to work every damn day for this damn white man. Man, I get tired of getting up, going to work. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, but we got to keep pushing, man. Got to get up, go to work, and we got to keep serving the Lord. We have to endure this truth. It's all about endurance, man. We can't be weak out here, man. Keep pushing, man. All right. Hey, the Battle Axes, we've been fasting we're going to fast every Tuesday to Wednesday night until the Day of Atonement, because we're preparing for the Day of Atonement, man. All right. So if you brothers and sisters is out there, y'all want to partake in the fast, no food and water. It's a 24-hour period, no food or water from sundown to sundown, from sundown to sundown, 24-hour period. So if you start at 7 p.m. fasting, you don't eat or drink until 7 p.m. the next day. All right. So yeah, we've been doing that. Y'all brothers and sisters that's paying the alms, we appreciate your alms. We appreciate the GoFundMe, the Cash App. Thank y'all brothers and sisters so much, man, for that. All right, like I always say, man, we are trying to expand. All right, and we are trying to come and visit other places, you know what I'm saying? We trying to travel. So, and get to where y'all are at, man. So, y'all arms are greatly needed, and they are greatly appreciated, most of all, man. All praise to the Most High, man. I'm trying to think what else, man. What else? Oh, yeah, the law. Let's bring the law. All right, so this is the law, because at the Battle Axes, we always teach the law because we are the law keepers, so we need to know the law. All right, but let's get Psalm 78. I had brought this out once already, but we're going to bring it out for the law. All right, let's get Psalm 78, Psalm chapter 78, and we're going to start at verse 1. Okay, this is the law that I'm bringing out tonight. Psalm 78, verse 1. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open up my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from our children, showing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord and his strength and his wonderful works that he have done. For he established a testimony, for he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to the children. Verse 6, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in God and not forget the works of God, but keep his commandments, man. Hey, so man, we want to keep the commandments. We want to pass these. This is our heritage. All right, we need to pass this down to our children. We need to learn who we are. We need to learn who our God is. We need to learn how to read our book. All right, and y'all keep the commandments. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Y'all have a good rest of the week.